Up next on Softball 360, presented by the ASA. Swing into a new season. Host Carly Aplin goes behind the scenes at the Softball Hall of Fame in Oklahoma City. The world's greatest softball home run hitters are pumped up for the season opener on the Stadium Power Tour. Can anybody top Team Easton or Mikan's Denny Crine?
He's a monster of a man.
He's money.
Meet Venus Taylor, a softball world champ who works with Bo Jackson and works out with the Big Daddy Tire.
This is where we work on our explosiveness.
Those stories and a preview of the ASA Super as we prepare to crown the best softball team in the nation. Time to rock and fire. Softball 360 presented by the ASA starts right now.
Hi everyone, and welcome to Softball 360 presented by the ASA. I'm your host Carly Aplin, excited to bring you the news, features, and the how-to on the sport of the summer, softball. I'm touring the Softball Hall of Fame in Oklahoma City as part of our summer road trip, and we'll check back in at the Hall of Fame in just a bit, but first, let's take a look at the lineup card and what you can look forward to this season on Softball 360.
Each week on Softball 360, follow the world's greatest home run hitters, the ASA Long Haul Bombers. We'll have exclusive highlights from the Stadium Power Tour at Major League ballparks across North America as we discover who is the greatest home run hitter in the land. Softball 360 is also about the roots of the sport. Our cameras travel to tournaments big and small, from the thousands at McQuaid's in North Dakota to local tourneys with great stories. Check in with the ladies of Fast Pitch and find out firsthand what rock and fire is all about. From reviews on the latest gear to tips from our experts, including field reporter Venus Taylor, who brings her All-American game to Softball 360. But most importantly, Softball 360 is about folks like you. People who love to play, respect the game, and support the sport they love.
That's just part of what you can expect from Softball 360. Now here's what you can expect from the ASA, the National Governing Board of Softball. Take a look.
Softball's been a staple of sports fun since the 1800s, but 1933 was the year of a revolution. The Amateur Softball Association was created and set the stage for what would become softball's national governing body, beginning with the rules of the game.
Before the ASA was founded, there were several different rules for softball. There wasn't a universal set, and so our founders came together and adopted a universal set of rules so that way everybody could play in a national championship.
Today, the ASA sanctions games in every state with more than 200,000 teams, representing more than 4 million softballers.
When you go to an ASA event, you know you're going to get the best out of the directors and everyone that's involved with that event. Their umpires are as professional as it gets.
On the field, the crew in blue have the challenging job of ensuring the integrity of the sport. The ASA boasts 38,000 certified umpires, and the association's ump schools and clinics are regarded as simply the best.
The quality of your experience is only as good as the officiating. To have a quality experience playing ASA softball, we know that that is absolutely the foundation to having a great game and a great sport. You walk away and say, I want to do that again. I want to play that sport again. So again, that's why we have such a great organization. Our umpires are this absolute foundation.
Solid umpiring is just one aspect of the ASA's commitment to enhancing the softball experience. Other areas of focus include player safety, equipment testing and certification, and thorough background checks on all coaches.
Try to give back to the sport and help prepare coaches for some of the newer coaches who are coming into the sport, just providing them with as many resources as we can to help them be successful.
The ASA calls Oklahoma City home, a town that embraces its sports and cowboy heritage. Hats for all heads and budgets, a bustling downtown, and prepare yourself for a mouth-watering mega meal of barbecue.
I have the Bedlam sandwich, authentic barbecue, right here in Oklahoma City. Now I'm gonna dig in.
At the ASA headquarters, plenty to scratch your shopping itch if softball is on your list. And as you walk into the shrine of softball, the walls of the Hall of Fame come alive as they honor the greats of the game, men and women who helped take the sport to a new level.
Inside the ASA Hall of Fame, one of my favorites, the Olympic Room, celebrating the accomplishments of Team USA.
The next chapter in the ASA book is being written next door. Major renovations are shaping up at the iconic Hall of Fame field. Keeping the fields in shape is demanding, but you might be surprised to learn there's much more to it than simply green grass.
I wonder how many hours of my life have been spent literally just watering dirt. I'm not trying to grow anything, I'm just trying to get moisture in the dirt. The main reason is it helps the ball stay true on its bounce.
The ASA season builds to the ASA Super National. The top teams who qualify come out and do battle and discover who is the best softball team in the nation.
It's the best of the best. They slug it out. They put everything out there on the line.
For more than 80 years, the ASA has been at the helm of softball, and this volunteer nonprofit group has continued to evolve as the strongest softball organization in the nation.
We pride ourselves in offering softball to people from the age of 8 to the age of 80. You have the opportunity through ASA USA Softball to play the game that America plays.
USA! USA! USA!
We'll have more from our softball road trip to Oklahoma City and the Hall of Fame. Now, if you have an idea for a softball road trip, let us know. Log on to softball360.com or hit us up on Facebook and Twitter. Lots more to come on Softball 360. Stick around.
When Softball 360 returns, we'll break down the ASA USA Challenge. Find out why the world's greatest home run hitters are slamming a grapefruit and pitching to a kiddie pool, all for the best time. Later, some hang time with Hall of Famer Venus Taylor as she shares softball secrets, courtesy of Mr. Bo Jackson. Softball 360 is brought to you by ASA USA Softball, the national governing body of softball in the U.S. By Easton Sports, there is a difference. The difference is Easton. By Miken Sports, elite equipment for the elite player. Miken Sports. By DeMarini. Upgrade your game with the DeMarini Stadium CL22 and Flipper Aftermath. And by OfficialGear.com, the one-stop shop for umpires and officials.
Welcome back. As Softball 360 continues its summer softball tour to the ASA Hall of Fame, let's crank it up and get ready for the world's greatest home run hitters. It's time for the Stadium Power Tour.
A new season on the Stadium Power Tour starts with a logical question. Can any team top Easton as the Manufacturers Cup champion? Easton's first challenge, a season without the Hitman. Brett Hitman Helmer moved on to coach, and the spotlight has zoomed in on Scott Kirby.
Well, for one thing, I'm not going to replace him. I don't think he's replaceable. I'm stepping in to do my best for Easton. Brett's given me the opportunity. He stuck with me.
We're not necessarily trying to replace him. It just means Kirby has to perform, and I need to step it up.
Chris Crusher Larson of DeMarini is sporting a new tattoo and ready to put his muscle to work. Crusher won it all as a rookie and knows the proper pace for the road to a championship.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Keep going, keep going. No. Oh, wow. What a comeback by Chris Larson. Fantastic.
Larson is backed up by Bubba Brungart, a rookie last season who is ready to step it up.
Young Bubba is just that. He's young Bubba. He's ready to go. He has a very vicious swing, and when he connects, it goes to infinity and beyond.
Team Combat sums up their chances for a championship this way: brash, bold, and with some swagger.
The key is to win the Manufacturers Cup and one of us win the individual. So that's the ultimate goal, and that's probably what we're going to do this year. I'm confident, cocky, you name it. I'm all the above. I hit the furthest balls every year. It's been that way, and it'll be that way again this year.
This may be Crawdaddy's last season on the tour, but his combat teammate is just getting started. Chris G-Man Greinert is 6'6" and close to 300 pounds of ripped muscle.
You know, I hit the ball further than anybody else in the country. Johnny McGraw, I don't know how old he is, 50-something years old, so he should have the experience at least to go out here and hit a few balls over the fence.
The champ is ready.
I'm Denny Crime, the champ, and I swing for Team Mikan.
He wears the title of world's greatest home run hitter on the Stadium Power Tour. With a classic smooth swing and old school work ethic, Denny Crine has earned respect on the Stadium Power Tour with 3 Power Tour championships.
Absolutely, Crine could 4-peat, 5-peat, 15-peat. He's money. The guy can hit the ball over the fence with anybody.
Denny Crine can do anything Denny Crine puts his mind to. He is a monster of a man.
Oh, there's no question. I mean, Denny's one of the best to ever be on the Long Haul Bombers Tour. I mean, and it's fun to watch. He's good at what he does.
Last year, the Power Tour finals were an instant classic. Helmer and Crine going back and forth, to and fro, in a sudden death hit-off. And Crine is ready for more.
4-time champ would sound good.
Take a look at the upcoming schedule on the 2014 Stadium Power Tour. It's anyone's game to win, and the drama all unfolds May 16th in Houston. Still ahead, Hall of Famer Venus Taylor shares secrets of her softball game with young up-and-comers. And we'll hear from MLB great, the Candyman.
Welcome back to Softball 360. I'm your host, Carly Aplin, and now I want to introduce you to our feature reporter, Venus Taylor, who you'll be seeing a lot this season. Now, softball fans, you remember her from her great play on the field, but she brings a lot more to the plate. Let's take a look.
For Venus Taylor, softball is more than a game. It's also provided life lessons along the way.
The thing about softball is that it's a very difficult sport, and it teaches you that, one, you have to prepare and stay consistent in your preparation, and that when you do fail, in which that you will in the sport of softball, it teaches you how to persevere.
As a player, Venus brought plenty to the plate. MVP, All-Conference, Hall of Famer at Western Illinois, and Female Athlete of the Year. She took her game to the pros for 7 All-Star seasons and 2 World Championships.
I know that every time I got up to bat, I was able to go at everything and hard, and I always wanted to be a tough out, and even if you got 2 strikes on me, it wasn't going to be easy to sit me down.
Venus brings a lot of compassion. She brings a lot of knowledge of the game. She's been around the game her entire life.
She knows how to handle herself around the athletes, knows how to talk the talk.
Today, Venus shares her passion and expertise with young players who have aspirations to get to the next level.
Be quick, stay low on your throw, transfer. Here we go. I want your elbow at your shoulder, slightly above, because when you get in throwing position.
On the field, skills are critical. But Venus goes beyond and shares secrets to navigate a successful path to being your personal best.
Because they put in the work, you know, they really have the drive to want to be great, and they put in the time, and when nobody's watching, they're here working, and that's what I love about these 2.
Off the field, Venus plays the part of entrepreneur. Tailor-Made Softball is a brand she created. Venus also partnered with sports legend Bo Jackson and works at Bo's state-of-the-art domed facility near Chicago. 88,000 feet of year-round training. For sure, Bo knows softball.
Let's take a look at the great one. Bo Jackson is a strong athlete. He's in a strong athletic position. His bat tilt is at 45-degree angle. He is on his backside, anticipating the pitch with level eyes, getting ready to step into the ball and generate as much force as possible. Bo knows.
Venus and her students have the opportunity to soak up one-on-one sessions with legends of the game, such as former MLB great John the Candyman Cangelosi.
Venus can relate to kids, relate to her coaches, so she's doing a great job for us. We're excited to have her, and great things to come in the softball program.
Venus believes in leading by example. To maintain her fast-paced lifestyle, you can find her in the gym just about every day. She clearly walks the talk.
All right, now it's time for the Big Daddy Tire. This is where we work on our explosiveness. So if a ball's hit over our head, we're able to jump up and catch it.
While softball is her passion, the love of her life is her son, Talon. No doubt, little T already has a promising career on the field, just like Mom. Venus has added a new line to an already impressive resume, sports reporter. Look for Venus and her upcoming reports from the NCAA College World Series in Oklahoma City. When Softball 360 returns, a preview and review of the ASA Super as the best softball teams in the nation settle the score. But first, it's time for the ASA USA Challenge, and Carly Aplin sets it up.
What do you got for strategy for this?
Hopefully hit the pool early.
Right?
Yeah.
Get it with the first ball and you'll be fine.
Yes.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Ready, go.
Oh, got one.
Ooh.
Yep, I stink. That's why I don't pitch.
Extra one arm push-ups out of you.
Oh, I can't do. Oh, no. Already winded. Oh boy.
Brian, 48.9. How are you feeling about that time, and walk us through your challenge?
Not real happy. Probably gonna go back to the room, reevaluate.
Start
and,
over.
Yeah, maybe try again tomorrow.
Yeah, think about new training for yourself.
Yes.
It's a big deal.
Yes.
48.9 though, not bad. Not
I'll
bad.
take it. I'll take it for first day.
Well, congrats.
Thank you.
Softball 360 is brought to you by ASA USA Softball, the national governing body of softball in the U.S. By Combat Sports, not all bats are created equal. By Evil Sports, the best softball on the planet is evil. evilsports.com. By bpathletics.com. For the best service and price, bpathletics.com. By softballcenter.com, the site for major softball news. And by officialgear.com, the one-stop shop for umpires and officials.
Softball 360 is the show, and the sport of the summer is softball. This summer, we're building to the ASA Super, where the best of the best in the nation battled to earn the title of the best softball team in the nation. Here's a rewind on last year's ASA Super.
A national championship of softball was on the line at historic Midway Stadium in St. Paul. The best of the best hit the field, and the action got heavy in Game 1 as Rip City and Sunnies went at it. Despite some hard hits by Chris Larson, Sunnies advanced through the brackets, and the stage was set. Sunnies versus Easton Hortonbach Auto in the final. Gino Buck is on the mound as one of Sunnies' leaders, and big bad Chris Greinert locks in. And the G-Man continues to work his big stick at the plate.
Over the Taco Bell party box.
Easton's Hortonbach has its own team leader, Brian Wegman, who steps up and sends this one deep out of Midway. Great plays on D keep Sunnies in the game.
And look at the hustle here, coming in from second base and trying to...
If they're tired from the third game of the day, it's not showing on the field, and they're going toe-to-toe, blow to blow. The softball Giants are in a slugfest, battling for a national championship as a stand-up triple by Greinert ties it up at 8 apiece.
Greinert, and he's going to get in there easily. Stand up.
But Wegman answers with his second homer of the day. It's clear there are no holes in the Hortonbach lineup, keeping the bases moving as Chad Durick sends it out to the tracks, and the breaks start going Hortonbach's way. It all builds back to Wegman.
And this could be the tournament. Over the wall, say goodnight. That is all she wrote. Congratulations.
A solo shot that ends the game. 29-14 and earns the title National Champion of Softball.
And it ends in fitting fashion with Brian Wegman hitting the decisive home run.
His MVP performance included 3 homers in the championship game, 5 ribbies, and a .765 batting average for the tourney, capped off by a rather messy thanks from his teammates.
Now this year, the ASA Super is set for Fort Worth, Texas, August 22nd and 23rd. Plus, the Stadium Power Tour Finals are going to be part of it. For more information, head over to softball360.com and hit me up on Facebook and Twitter. That's all the time we have for you. Thanks for watching Softball 360. I'm your host, Carly Aplin. Now get out to the park and play.
Next week on Softball 360, does the early bird get the worm? Find out at Corky's Early Bird, an ASA softball tradition for more than 3 decades in the Northwoods of Minnesota. Find out how many Corky's pork patties a softballer can chow down. Go one-on-one with the champ as we discover what works for Mican's 3-time champ, Denny Crime. Could DC be the first ever 4-time champion? And Venus Taylor checks in with a softball tip that's a game changer. Next week on Softball 360, presented by the ASA.
Back to fielding position, field the ball.